Hello everyone, welcome back to alkaline hydroxide 784. Well, I guess I don't really make a lot of videos nowadays, but of course the New Year's Day video and the National Day video are the most mandatory ones. And yeah, so since we're gonna be talking about National Day stuff again today, but instead of giving something philosophical, I want to do something fun. And this was inspired by something that I saw when I one day saw went to Google Maps. So let's go to Google Maps, and I'm gonna show you what I saw. Yeah, so we are here in Google Maps, and you can see I am currently in Brisbane. But please do not try to stalk me and find me because that's not gonna work so well here. So yeah, don't do that. Well, but anyways, if you see Brisbane, this is like the center part of Brisbane. There's the CBD, and you might be wondering, okay, so what do you even want to show us here? It is just a random city. Okay, it's not really a random city. It is one of the upcoming cities, I guess. And if you go just a little bit south here, you see, okay, cool. You're going towards Gold Coast. Of course, if you go all the way down there, you get the Gold Coast. But if you stop around here somewhere and you scroll a little bit, you're like, okay, cool. Oh, what do we see over here? Hmm. There happens to be a place in Queensland called Tanah Merah. Yeah, so this was a very funny and interesting find, and I was like, I should probably go there just for the lols. The only problem is I really have no other reason to go there because it's literally just one of those residential places. And, Tanah Merah is basically just going to be having a bunch of houses, and it's going to be awkward to just go there and do anything there. So, knowing that, there's actually quite a few places that have similar names to things in Singapore, and even Singapore itself, there are other places that have a similar name. So, let's go find out what other places are called Tanah Merah, which is, coincidentally known as red soil. What a great coincidence for our National Day, you know. Yeah, so you might be wondering, why is there a place in Queensland named Tanah Merah? Is that something weird? Because most of the names in this area, you either see English names or you see a lot of indigenous names. Like, you know, quite a lot of the names here are like either English or in indigenous languages of Australia. So why is there just like this random place with a Malay name, Tanah Merah? Well, it's because if you go to the Wikipedia page, there was, let me see, yeah, there was a family that settled in this place, and I, yeah, okay, so there's a family that actually moved to this place from Malaysia, which I guess explains a lot. So they've named it after a Malay name because they've been in Malaysia, and also they have seen probably there was some red soil there, like the name suggests. And honestly, this isn't the only place called Tanah Merah apart from the one in Singapore, of course. There are other places called Tanah Merah as well. However, most of them are in Southeast Asia, and this is the only Tanah Merah that is in Australia. So, that's interesting. So the original idea for the video was to actually go there, but you realize like in Singapore you can probably go to Tanah Merah from my place, Yishun, in like maybe half an hour or 1 hour maximum. But if you try to go to Tanah Merah from the Brisbane CBD area, it's going to take 2 hours to go there, and I don't mind spending the time to go there. I just am not able to do that currently. I have some things to finish, being a student and all that. And once I'm free enough, I'm definitely gonna go there because there's also an IKEA there. Like, yeah, IKEA. Um, yeah. So, it's interesting to know that most of the other Tanah Merahs are probably places that I could access if I wanted to. Like, there's one in Kelantan in Malaysia. That's quite easy to go to, I would suppose. And there's two of them in Indonesia, but they're in, oh, wait. That would be a little bit hard to go because I think most of the time when you go to Indonesia, people go to either like Bali, but these two places are in Papua, and I have no idea how easy it is to fly there or to go there. But yeah, that's interesting. If I ever do go to those places, I will probably talk about it on this channel. So apart from Tanah Merah, are there other places in Singapore that share similar names to other locations around the world? Well, that's a bit hard to find out right away. Unfortunately, I'm making this video on the fly. But I do know that Singapore in itself shares a name with other places. If we go to this place, there's a lot of places that kind of have similar names to Singapore all around the world. A lot of them are in India for some reason. Um, I guess that's because like Singapore or Singapura kind of comes from the idea of a lion city. So that's somewhat like Sanskrit inspired. So that kind of makes sense. As for the other places over here, there's literally actual places with the same name in South Africa, and of course that goes down in the US. I think that's the one people know about the most, and yeah, it's pretty cool actually. So, um, unfortunately, I don't know what else I can really search for to help me find out other places. Let me think. I'm pretty sure that even within Singapore, Canberra, right? Like the area near Canberra and Sembawang, a lot of street names there are actually places from, like, named after locations in other cities. And speaking of Canberra, um, I can actually go to Canberra if I wanted to, the actual Australian Canberra. Unfortunately, I don't have a good reason to go there right now because one, it requires a flight ticket to get to. You can see Australia is so much bigger than Singapore. It's really hard to go anywhere. Even within Queensland, it takes forever to go from one place to another. Um, but yeah, like it's interesting, like how many different places share names with each other, and hopefully, I'll try to find more and maybe make another video about that when I manage to find more such similarities around the world. Or if you know any, you can sort of comment it down below. So yeah, when I get the time to go to Tanah Merah, Queensland, I will make a video on that, I guess. But it's not gonna happen right now because, I'm busy. But I will be going to the National Day showcase situation that's happening here in Brisbane. Basically, they're gonna show the like live play the National Day parade stuff on a big screen, and we're gonna have some fun. And yeah, but I'm not gonna make a video on that because I'm not really a canvas and to go and video everything. At anyways, that's that aside. Happy National Day to Singapore, and to everyone who's celebrating National Day. I hope you have a fun day. And I'm not sure if you got any additional holidays on top. I think yeah, probably there might be a Monday off. If you do, then great, wonderful. I am happy for you. I do not have that, unfortunately. But yeah, with that, I would like to say thank you, and hopefully I can start doing more videos in the future because I've finally coming to the closing part of my MPhil degree, and I want to probably do some fun things before I do the next thing. Yeah, so with that, I would like to say thank you for watching this random video that doesn't seem very planned. And With that, I would like to say thank you and bye.